Hello, welcome to Anger Management. My name is Erin Smithers, and I'm the Information Referral Coordinator for the New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project. Today we're going to talk about tips on how to manage your anger when you're actually in the moment. There's a lot you can do to maybe prevent it, or some maintenance you can do, like therapy or counseling. But right now we're going to talk about what to do when you're actually in that moment. So obviously, who here has felt angry? And the answer is everybody. Everybody at some point in their life has experienced anger. Have you ever been this angry? Now, that was taken from The Office. He wound up having to go to anger management, but I know I have felt extremely angry at some points when I've wanted to punch a hole in the wall. I have not. But if you have punched a hole in the wall, if you felt like you wanted to punch a hole in the wall, I want you to think about those times when you were extremely mad. What are some of the things that made you mad? So it could be traffic, a fight with someone you care about, a situation that didn't go your way, maybe plans changed. All of these things can trigger an angry result. Now I want you to think about what you did about it. How did you react to that anger? Did you punch a hole in the wall? Or did you maybe sit and cry? Did you run away? Did you want to fight somebody? There's a bunch of different ways to handle that, and pretty much everything that I just mentioned is not the healthiest way to handle anger. I want you to think about when you handled anger in that situation, did it actually help? Did anything change when maybe you went into the other room and you cried out of frustration, or when you ran away and didn't try to fix the solution, try to find a solution for why you were angry? Did that help the situation at all? If you did punch a wall, obviously that didn't help the situation at all and maybe gave you more problems because now you had to either pay for the wall to get fixed or fixed it yourself. So when you can identify some things that get you mad, you can start to be aware of your emotions and how to handle that. Also, maybe learn from your mistakes. If in the past something that you've done hasn't helped to the best extent, then let's try something different. But it's important to know why you have to change, why you shouldn't react out of anger. Obviously, you could hurt other people's feelings. You could say something you don't mean. It's extremely common. When you're very angry or frustrated or stressed, you can just snap, or you could yell. You could say things to people that you care about that you don't really mean. Or you could do something that would hurt yourselves, like punching a wall. That cannot feel good for your hand. You also might act irrationally in the moment, do something that you regret, and it actually isn't physically healthy. It's not healthy for you or anyone else who you take your anger out on because it raises their stress levels as well.
Sorry, but recent studies have shown that anger reactions are pretty harmful to your physical health. A Yale University study found that people with anger management issues tend to get sick more often. Their anger actually weakens their immune system. The Journal of the National Medical Association added that people who respond negatively to anger are 9% more likely to have a heart attack. Hey, that might not sound like a lot, but come on, it's a heart attack. Every percentage point counts. Other studies have linked anger to everything from coronary disease to high blood pressure.
So you can see these are just some of the symptoms that have been scientifically proven to happen to your body when you get angry. Now, we're going to talk about some tips. So here are some tips to get you through those moments of anger and get you more relaxed. The first, listen to calming music. Or do something else to get your mind off of your anger. Do you find this music relaxing? If not, then try to find something that you do find relaxing. Maybe watch a movie or a TV show, listen to a podcast, read a book, but try to find something that's going to get your mind off of your anger and refocus, or at least just calm down just for that second. And our second anger management tip is to exercise and just start moving and take out your aggression through action.
Hey guys, I'm John Bastow, and I'm bringing you one tip today about exercise that most people don't realize. It is an awesome way to deal with anger management. When you get into an exercise routine and you get to the gym, you start getting those endorphins going, both with cardio and also with weight training. Endorphins are the greatest feel-good chemicals that your body can produce, and you naturally just start feeling better about every situation. The other thing my time in the gym does for me is it gives me a chance to reflect on what's wrong, whatever's been bothering me. If I sit at my desk and I stew over something, a lot of times I don't come up with a solution. But as soon as I have those endorphins going, and I start thinking of the problem, solutions start pouring into my head, and what seems so impossible to deal with now seems very manageable and sometimes even easy to deal with.
So those are two great examples of why exercise is excellent when you are angry. I know that when I get angry, I start doing chores around the house. I'll wash dishes or vacuum or sweep or do laundry, just something physical to kind of take out my aggression while it's something positive instead of taking it out on someone I care about. And anger management tip number 3 is just to step away from the situation and give yourself a timeout.
And the third thing that many of us do that can cause a lot of unnecessary anger and resentment is keeping ourselves in situations that we're really uncomfortable in. Or we're in a situation with people or even just one other person, and we notice ourselves starting to get really emotional, to get really overwhelmed, to get really stressed out, and we somehow tell ourselves that we have to stick it out, that we have to stay in that situation, that we have to push through the discomfort. And yeah, maybe sometimes we do. Sometimes we got to get over ourselves and just take one for the team. But sometimes we're allowed to remove ourselves from situations. We're allowed to have some boundaries. We're allowed to say no. We're allowed to say, maybe I need a break right now. Maybe it's okay for me to let people kind of just go off and do it, and I just take a little bit of a break, that I take some time for myself. I think we forget that nobody else is really going to set our boundaries for us. Nobody else is going to say, well, maybe somebody will, but most people aren't going to say, I think that you really need some time off. I think that you really need some time to yourself. I think it's really important that you take a few minutes to just rest and recover and have some time to connect with yourself.
So it's important to remember that it's okay to let someone else know that you need some time just to calm down. You can explain it's because I don't want to say something I don't mean, or that I just need a minute to calm down and collect my thoughts. Just anything that is going to get you out of that situation to get a clear head and come back at a different angle so that you can tackle whatever situation was angering you or frustrating you. So the next tip is one of the fastest ways to physically get your body to calm down, and that is deep breathing. And we're going to try some now. This video is going to show you step by step a new way to breathe from your diaphragm. We don't normally breathe from low in our diaphragm. We usually breathe with our chest. And this kind of deep breathing is fantastic for anger and stress and anxiety. So we're going to try that now.
What I'd first like you to do is put one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths, just normal deep breaths. Good. And did you feel that top hand really moving as you breathe? And when we're stressed, that tends to be the type of breathing that we engage in, is that chest breathing where the shoulders rise and fall and there's some tension there. So when we do diaphragmatic breathing, we're going to push that breath down lower into the stomach. And instead of that chest moving, it's going to remain nice and steady while your lower hand rises and falls with your inhale and exhale. So as we take a breath in and out, you're going to breathe in through your nose and then out through your mouth, slowing that breathing down and letting that air fill your belly as it goes down through the chest and expanding the belly. And then as you exhale completely, your belly is going to let go of all that air and completely exhale out. And your breath in will be about 4 seconds, and your exhale will be a little bit longer at 6 seconds. So we're going to practice, and we'll do about 3 breaths with me guiding you. And I'll say inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That exhale is a little bit longer than the inhale so that we're getting all of that byproduct of our breathing out. The inhale will be nice and steady and a nice steady exhale. Okay. So you can close your eyes and get comfortable. And when you're ready, we'll take that first inhale, breathing in through your nose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'd just like you to fall into a steady pattern of breathing, continuing to breathe deeply, filling the belly, exhaling out completely. You may envision that there's a balloon that fills as you breathe in, and then as you exhale out, all of the air from the balloon is released. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, maybe beginning to feel your shoulders relax. Your jaw relaxes too. And even your stomach begins to feel more comfortable. Nice, heavy limbs and warm relaxation circulating throughout the body. Just continue to breathe in a rhythm that's comfortable. Good.
So you can use this type of breathing in any sort of situation where you start to feel like you're getting tense, angry, frustrated, stressed, anxious, just anything that's out of your norm. And it's kind of going to center your body, make your body realize that you're getting tight and tense and you need to calm down. It's going to help you think clearer. It's going to help you feel better almost immediately. And again, you want to make sure that you're doing the type of breathing where the hand on your stomach is moving, not the hand on your chest. So it's also going to help you kind of be more aware of your body physically, which will help take you out of the moment as well. So that's another great thing about why this will help you feel less angry. And our last tip is to be self-aware of your emotions to help try to prevent anger before it escalates, maybe even try to prevent it from happening at all. And we're going to talk just a little bit about how that can happen.
Awareness. Every interest starts with awareness. Notice that you have a temper problem? Want to change? Well, you better start being aware of how you are when you're mad. because you can only improve something in you if you're aware of it. Once you start noticing your problem, you'd be able to see what to change. One way to train yourself to be easily aware of your emotions is through writing. Writing allows you to ponder through your emotions.
So, one way that you can become more aware of when you start to get tense and angry is through logging. Like you said, writing. You could keep a journal. You could start writing down situations that you got in where you noticed that you were angry. Even if in the beginning, if it's after the fact, after you were already angry and a situation happened, if you write it down, eventually you'll be able to recognize, okay, this is a situation that happened in the past that I started to become angry at. So let me try to remember that this is going to get me angry, or it could get me angry. So I'm going to try to do these calming techniques before that even happens. If you don't want to record, or it's just not feasible for you to have a journal with you, everybody pretty much always has their phone on them. You can start keeping notes in your notepad on your phone, or you can take audio recordings and you can just verbally explain situations, explain what happened, how you felt, what you did, your reactions, and then that can help you just remember for the next time. Another way to become aware of your emotions is to notice signs of things you say, how you feel, and what you do. So I I've noticed that every time I'm driving, I get kind of more tense and I kind of clamp my jaw shut. I don't grind my teeth, but I hold it shut really tight. And I've noticed I start to do that when I'm starting to get frustrated or anxious. So when I notice myself doing that, I lighten up a little. I open my mouth to kind of stretch those muscles, and then I mentally realize, okay, this is a sign of me getting frustrated. Let me take some deep breaths, calm myself, and get back into what I was doing. So you could physically notice if you start fidgeting, or if you start to feel like you're welling up with tears, or you know your emotions are about to get really heightened. You can try to stop things from escalating too much by doing some of the tips that we have gone over. And we're going to go over those tips again just to help you remember. So do something to calm your mind. Listen to music, read a book, take a nice little walk outside, have a picnic, talk with friends, something that's kind of going to get your mind off of what you're going through to help calm you down. We talked about exercising and why it's so important, taking out your frustration in a good physical way instead of holding it in mentally, lashing out on someone or something else that's negative. Taking a time out for yourself, removing yourself from this situation that is getting you angry is extremely important. And deep breathing. Remember to use the diaphragmatic breathing, the breathing where your stomach is moving in and out instead of your chest. You want to have that really deep breathing. And then try to become aware of your emotions before things escalate. So I hope these tips can help you when you are in that moment of anger. And just remember, if you do get angry and things happen, you are human. It does happen. It probably will happen many times after that. But if you're trying to fix it, you can use these tips to maybe have it lessen the amount of times that you get angry, or you lash out on someone, or you do something negative. Hopefully these tips can help you have that not happen as much. And maybe if you're really, really good, eventually they'll help you stop being angry altogether. So if you'd like me to come out and do this training at one of your workshops or for your group, you can reach me through my email here or my phone number. Again, my name is Erin Smithers with the New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project, and I hope you have a great day.